What is up, guys? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Lach.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at Cannonier versus Derek Brunson on the UFC 271 card. Adesanya versus Whitaker. We're going to be looking at Cannonier versus Derek Brunson. Both guys are trying to be next in line for the winner of whoever wins in the main event. And yeah, but before we get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Well, we post videos like this every week for almost every fight night. So go ahead and do that if you haven't. And yeah, let's get right into what you think, Jeff.
Yeah, so like you said, I think both these guys, as you see, they're ranked third and fourth. I think the winner of this match definitely does get a title shot. Yeah, I think Derek Brunson's game plan going in, I think obviously, he has to wrestle. I mean, the past three fights against Edmund Shabazian, who was the other guy?
For Derek Brunson?
Yeah.
It was Kevin Holland.
Oh, yeah, he out-wrestled both of them. And the most recent one, who was it?
No. I think
it was Edmund Shabazian, the third. His third fight, and then it was Kevin Holland after that, and then after that it was
Darren Till, no?
Yeah,
yeah,
and he out wrestled all of them, right?
Yeah,
that was pretty much his game plan going in, and I mean he succeeded at it, and he got the dub. Jared Cannonier, he got cannons for his, his hands. He's a very dangerous man standing on the feet, so I think it's obvious his game plan goes towards the wrestling again.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I don't know if he'll have the opportunity to take him down. And what do you think?
No, yeah, I agree. I think Derek Brunson, he's like one of those fighters that you know exactly what he's gonna do, and he's not he doesn't care. I mean, he's gonna go in and wrestle, and yeah, he dominated his last three opponents on the ground. Everything went according to his game plan, and he's probably gonna be looking to do the same thing here. But the one glaring thing I see is that he did have a lot of success in those three fights, but all those three guys have like not a great history with takedown defense. Kevin Holland, Shabazian, and God damn it, who was the last one?
Darren Till.
All those guys can't stop or can't really. They're not really known for their wrestling, let alone their defensive wrestling. So he pretty much had his way, and even then he struggled. To keep Holland and to get him down in the first place, he did struggle. But I mean, if anything, he's very consistent or persistent with his takedowns. And I think he's going to need that because Cannonier is the same thing. He hasn't really faced anybody who is like Derek Brunson, like wants to wrestle him hard, right? Because, Derek Brunson is a strong wrestler. He faced, what's his name? He just fought Jack Hermanson.
Oh, yeah.
And he stopped all his takedowns, but Jack Hermanson's wrestling is not really that great. And, we just saw that. He just fought Sean Strickland and wasn't able to take him down. And I think Cannonier's really strong. So this is going to be interesting to see if he can even stop it in the first place. And I mean, we've seen him time it against Jack. He was able to time the takedown, and he landed an uppercut, and that was enough to really hurt Jack. So I wonder if he'd be able to do the same game plan because Jared Cannonier is very patient. I think he's a patient striker. And Derek Brunson's gonna come forward. He almost like falls into you. He's kind of stopped it now, but he still has that bad habit. Yeah. I mean, he's a grown ass man. It's hard to kill those habits completely, but he's going to be for sure the one bringing the pressure. I can see him running into a big shot. He has to be very careful. But I feel like he, as great as his 3-fight win streak has seen, I feel like he hasn't looked perfect. And I feel like he still makes a lot of mistakes. He can get really, really sloppy, especially in his striking. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, but he's going to come out and wrestle. Cannonier's going to look to stop it and land his big shot. The thing is, Cannonier sometimes gets very, gun shy. Like, he's waiting for his big shot, and then sometimes it never comes. And if he does that with Derek Brunson, I mean, Brunson's not the best wrestler. I mean, the best striker. But, I mean, he could do his thing, and maybe I'll point him. But to be honest, I think either Cannonier finishes him early, or something, because I feel like Derek Brunson, he just has, blonde Brunson undefeated right now. So, and he's on a tear. I would say, he probably has all the momentum right now. And I think I'll probably go Derek Brunson with his wrestling. I think he's going to be very persistent. He's shown to be tough. He has been finished, but it's always like them, where he's getting tossed around after he gets rocked kind of thing. He's never been put out cold. He'd be doing the chicken dance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's never been one shot KO type of snipe kind of thing. Even against Adesanya, Whitaker, Jacare, all of them guys had him kind of ooh,
But do you think they have as much power as Jared Cannonier?
That's a good question. I think maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But none of them guys one shot him, I think. they landed a good shot on him. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Cannonier's power is always the thing, but I think he doesn't throw as much as those guys.
Yeah.
And like he's not as. I mean, we saw Cannonier against Whitaker, and he's not as active. He wasn't as active as Whitaker was, and when Whitaker finished Derek Brunson, he was the one kind of not pushing the pace, but he was returning to stop the pressure. And I don't know if Jared Cannonier will do that, if he'll throw more than just one shot, a big shot to kind of stop him from coming forward. But I think Derek Brunson is tough. I think if he does get hurt, I think his wrestling is strong enough for him to help him recover. And I don't know if he finishes him, but I would probably say the safest choice would be Brunson by decision. I think he's probably going to use the wrestling. I feel like he's good enough to be successful in it. I think he's super focused right now. He's 38. It's now or never for his title shots. The longevity isn't really a thing in MMA. So I mean, for most people. So, and he has talked about that he probably has only 2 fights left, so it's now or never. And I think he gets it done. I think he'll be next for a title shot, whoever it is, Whitaker or Adesanya. But I do see, what do you think is Cannonier's best shot at winning the knockout?
I think the knockout, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's really much like else he can do. I mean, he could just stuff the takedowns, but I mean that just leads up to him finishing the fight on the feet anyway. So I think that's really his only chance. I mean, I don't see him doing anything else. So his last fight was against Kelvin Gastelum, right?
Cannonier?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
I think it was a unanimous. I think against Kelvin Gastelum.
Oh yeah. It was on a fight night. I think
you said it was
it was a fight night. I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have to agree with you. I think Derek Brunson's gonna out wrestle him, honestly. But I do think there's that slight chance. He does have that bad habit. It's just a matter if Jared Cannonier is gonna come in gun shy because he knows the takedown's coming, and I think he probably will be. So I think Derek Brunson's gonna also win it by unanimous decision. Yeah,
I just feel like that's the safest bet. I think. He's just he has a lot of momentum right now. He's on 3-fight win streak.
Yeah.
He has he's super focused right now. His hair is blonde, so he has all the tools. He has all the tools right now to be undefeated and to get a title shot. And Cannonier, I mean, his last couple opponents have been pretty tough too. I think both guys have lost only to the best of the best.
Yeah.
For Cannonier, it was both at middleweight and at light heavyweight. He lost it to Jan, and so. But those are like, I mean, Jan was a champion, right? Whitaker, Adesanya, they both lost to these guys, but they're the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna find out who's probably after them. We thought it was Gastelum for a little bit, but he's kind of had to fall into the skin. But I think this will for sure cement the number. I think the third best welterweight. And I think it will be Derek Brunson. And honestly, whoever it is, I think it's well deserved. They've both been grinding for a long time. They've shown that they can beat some of the other top guys, So, but yeah, that's what we think. We think both. We both think that Derek Brunson will get it done. We think he's gonna be successful in implementing and following his plan of wrestling and getting Cannonier to the ground, controlling him there. Hopefully, he can he can have a good showing and cause some damage. Throw some elbows, throw some punches, maybe get a submission. I don't think we've seen Cannonier struggle, on the ground like that. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how he reacts. But we both have Derek Brunson being able to get it done by decision. Hopefully he gets a finish. Hopefully for either guy it's a good showing. So there's no doubt that whoever wins is up next. But yeah, go ahead and leave us a comment down below if you agree. Do you think Blonde Brunson does it again, or do you think Jared Cannonier's power is going to make the difference? Let us know down below. Go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed this. If not, go ahead and like it anyways. You got nothing to lose. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, we're going to be covering the co-main and the main card of this event. So go ahead and check those out if you haven't. And yeah, we'll see you on Fight Night.
See ya.
See ya.